Hello everyone and welcome to Common Man Linux. Welcome to another video of my channel Common Man Linux, and this is my Linux awareness channel. If you don't know, let's start with the today's topic. And today's topic is like a topic which I have figured out. Today I am going to share a story of how I switched to this operating system which you are seeing here, and that is let me show you system information, and that is LMD 7 Gigi. It was a story that back in January 2025, I was not using LMD and I was using the Ubuntu, which like every Linux newcomer uses, and I was not using Ubuntu as a newcomer, but because it just worked, and I just wanted a system which should just work, not cause any problems. But eventually I got to know that Ubuntu did cause some problem. So let us see my story which I have posted on my blog website. First let us go to my blog channel kabirvicreator.blogspot.com, and here I have explained the full story of how I switched permanently to LMD, the Debian edition of Linux Mint. If you don't know what is LMD, you have not watched my previous video or the review of LMD. LMD is just the Debian based version officially maintained by the Linux Mint team. So this is essentially Linux Mint only, just on a Debian base. But that Debian base has helped me a lot. That Debian base has saved my computer. That's the story which had the Debian base is the story which has changed the way I see Linux computing. So this is my blog article which I have posted on November 13. If you want, I will link this in my description, and yes, I am going to provide the link in the description. So basically the journey starts, my story starts from January 2025 when I posted, when I was using Ubuntu. That time I posted a blog on why I still think Ubuntu is the best operating system for a common man for a daily use. And here you can see that article is still there here. Why I still feel Ubuntu is the best Linux system for a common man for daily use. And you know, my whole philosophy is everything should just work for a common man, for a daily user, for a home user, and for a working professional, for office users. So this is actually the one of the picture, and this is my ThinkPad laptop. And this is the laptop where I have done a lot of experiments, and this is the laptop in which I am recording this video in this laptop only, in this memorable laptop where my Linux journey had taken a different shape. So we are not going to talk about this because at that time I was just like a Ubuntu user. So what happened that I posted this blog in January that Ubuntu is the best. Why I told that? Because I felt that I explored many operating systems, many distros, many desktop environments, but still Ubuntu was the one which gave me support for long term. Ubuntu NPS version was the one which just worked. It gave some problem, but I thought I had that misconception that Linux for daily user, that means Ubuntu. So that's why I thought, yeah, Ubuntu has the support, everything, I should use it. But then the things changed. I got MacBook Air 2017, a second-hand MacBook Air 2017, which I still use as my personal laptop. This ThinkPad E490 is I'm recording is not my personal laptop. In my personal laptop, MacBook Air 2017, as you can see here, and I changed to Linux Mint Debian edition. Why this changed and what speciality does LMD has? Why not regular Linux Mint also? And reason for not using regular Linux Mint because it's just Ubuntu. I wanted to switch away from the Ubuntu base completely. So I had a MacBook Air 2017, and the advantage was it had a Intel processor, and it was based on x86, the 64-bit architecture, and that is why it could easily run Windows, Linux, also very easily. And the recent Apple Silicon, as you know, doesn't run Linux. So one day I completely formatted macOS, because I am a Linux enthusiast, and once I started using Linux 5 years ago, and the journey made my connection with Linux. So whatever device I use, I just feel that I should use Linux. So I thought that okay, my laptop is supported, so let us install Ubuntu. I formatted macOS. I installed Ubuntu. A Wi-Fi driver was easily available on driver manager of Ubuntu. And for webcam of MacBook Air, there was the Pat Jack reverse engineered open source webcam driver. So that worked. But the biggest problem which made me go away from Ubuntu, MacBook horribly heated in Ubuntu, the GNOME based Ubuntu. And GNOME is a very very heavy desktop environment. I was using Ubuntu 24.04, because in January this year it was obviously 24 version only. So I got a horrible heating issue. It's like when I touched the bottom of my MacBook, the bottom metal of my MacBook Air, it heated like it was on fire from below. So I thought, now what to do. I tried to use it but couldn't. At one point, I thought my hardware would get damaged if I continue using this much heated system. So I deleted Ubuntu. Sadly, I had to leave Ubuntu. I went back to macOS. But macOS was working fine, because that macOS is engineered for their proprietary hardware. Apple ecosystem doesn't allow you to use any other operating system much. The Intel Macs are only the proper Linux supported Macs. So then after some days I thought, I'm not satisfied with macOS. Why? Because one more thing, the support has ended. The last version to support my Mac was macOS Monterey. It was macOS 2X, it was released way back. So I thought I don't have latest security updates. The supported macOS is very old, so I want a new system. So I started to think that. So again I thought, which is the best Linux distro. So I tried. You can read the story if you want. So then I started running Fedora 42KD Plasma on my Mac, and that Fedora 42KD Plasma worked good. I installed it. That proprietary driver, everything I managed. So why I choose KD Plasma desktop? I choose KD Plasma because I like KD Plasma. And at that time, officially, KD Plasma became an official desktop of Fedora. So I installed it, and when I configured commands of a webcam driver, it got installed. But as soon as I tried to start the webcam, it didn't. It crashed. The webcam software crashed. And then when I went to terminal just to update, when I ran a basic command sudo apt update, the system of Fedora would completely crash. I got a blackout screen. Slowly that Fedora system gone to a blackout screen. And then I got a message that something memory overloaded and some kernel panic, something happened, and your desktop is now crashed. It's completely blackout. I really saw it slowly getting away. I was so sad that this also failed. And heating issue did not happen on Fedora 42. Yeah, heating issue was not much. Fedora 42 installing webcam driver broke my system. Immediately I had to switch back to macOS. I then for at least 6 months, I stopped exploring about Linux. I thought enough. I want to study. I want to focus on my studies. This Linux is just distracting me, and nothing is working. But then, after some months, when the year started to end, in August, I saw the release of Debian 13 Trixie. I thought I tried Fedora, I tried Ubuntu, but I did not try anything pure Debian. Should I try pure Debian or something like that? Will it fix my heating issues? And actually, it did fix. So I thought, but Debian is not easy to install. And when I searched on internet, the net installer of Debian, I thought, oh my god, it's horrible. It's just a something in a boot screen, and you have to press and configure everything, your mirrors and this and that and that. That something netboot installer something is it is called. So I thought, oh my god, it's out of my mind. I'm not going to install with that boot based some installer. Then I got to know there is a Calamares installer, which is a GUI based installer. You just click next in a window and then it will install. But seeing I thought that okay, it will install, but I will face many issues because Debian is very stable, rock solid, but it would not understand the Debian. I thought like that. It would be difficult to use. I had to configure again and again many things. I had getting fear. But the biggest thing that prevented me from installing the pure Debian GNOME and KDE Plasma was that Debian did not have a GUI based upgrade tool. After you get an upgrade after 2 years, you have to manually change the repositories. You have to manually remove the bookworm, Debian 12 bookworms, that name, and you have to add Debian 13 Trixie's name in that repository. That is hectic. I don't want to if I did mistake, something would go wrong, and I was not sure if I could upgrade at that time. That if I have to give a laptop to someone else and after 2 years there will be an upgrade, will that person manually change the repository even if the instructions are given on the Debian website? I accept that. Is that daily user like me or any other person which I give an OEM install in future, is he going to change each line? No. So at that time, I found the savior of this problem, and that was the one and only MMDE, which is the Linux Mint Debian edition, which has the Mint upgrade. When you just run sudo apt install, actually, sorry for showing terminal, I'm not running any command. It's just sudo apt install mint upgrade. You install it and then you just run. Let me make it bigger. You just run mint upgrade and you press enter. The terminal will get closed and you will see a GUI screen that backup to time shift and all that. If you want you do everything, it will show you, it will guide you. That is called the support which a common user needs while upgrading. And one more, and the best thing, when I installed LMDE on my MacBook, it did not heat, and surprisingly the heating was less than Fedora, and the heating was way less than Ubuntu, and was way less than macOS also. So I was like, wow, I get so cool system. And then my MacBook laptop, I touch from below, it's very chilling cool in Debian stable or in LMD. So people say that in Linux they have heating issues, and surely I faced heating issues in Ubuntu. But in Debian or in this LMD, I have no heating issues. Yeah, it was running very cool even on load, even when the performance used was very high. And then I thought, okay, so will it cause less heating issues in regular in my ThinkPad laptop and other computers also. And when I install this ThinkPad, which actually support Linux properly, very properly, they also run very cooler than Ubuntu. So I thought, wow, Debian stable is keeping my system cool. So the hardware will not get damaged. I will save my repair cost. My on the chip and hardware is getting proper current, is getting proper cooling. So like this, a new beginning to my Linux journey on MacBook happened, and the journey of installing NMD, Linux OS, and experience was very good. And at last, I would say that now I am using this NMD in all of my computers because I get the rock solid stability of Debian. Debian is the number one and the most stable Linux based operating system. And Ubuntu, which says that they are based on Debian, actually uses Debian unstable, which can make your laptop heat. I got the best alternative NMD. Now I don't have to worry. Work for years. I don't have any upgrade issue. Easily upgraded from Mint upgrade. So that's why ease of use, usability, and you get an update, good update manager. After using Linux Mint, I realize that Linux Mint has better support than Ubuntu. Now I regret that why I was using that Ubuntu. At least I must have used the main edition of Linux Mint I should have used instead of Ubuntu. Ubuntu is going in the wrong direction. So that was the home story, and if you get some time, please read my home blog. Here you see how camera was working very nicely. I have included the photos, and you see how my MacBook Air, you can see it worked properly, and the login screen, and this welcome to Linux Mint photo during my installation, and till now I am using NMD on this MacBook Air. My login screen is here, you can see. So this NMD has literally saved this laptop from getting out of support. So I hope you liked my story. In the end, I will say I was able to achieve this because I believed in Linux. That even if I am getting heating issues on one Linux operating system, I will not get heating issue on another Linux operating system. I would just say you that believe in Linux, and this channel is made to make you believe in Linux, that it can help in your daily life, it can help in your office work, it can help in your gaming. This channel is made for you to believe in Linux and to make you believe that Linux can work for a common man. You don't have to purchase 13,000, 10,000 rupees Microsoft license to run your computer. You can run, your hardware belongs to you. Thanks for watching.